Hello viewers, Super GT here, and what is going on at the start here? These guys going for the Le Mans style start, starting sideways, then morphing back into position at 90 degrees. But we are away from the grid around Silverstone short circuit here, and we're going to keep our noses very clean around the first turn, no contact, which is very rare. And I'm going to gain a couple of positions up into the top 10 already into the second turn. Are we going to get lunged from behind? Oh my god, that guy's done a 360. We're getting nudged from behind, but that's okay. We have been pushed into some safe space here as we go around the outside of this guy, move to the inside of that one, and we're through to 5th already. That was a good start. Now, B class. Where do we start with B class? This class has many names, as we know, but today it stands for BMW Brilliance. Now this BMW, you probably might notice it. I used it in Forza Horizon 2 quite a lot, and exactly the same livery as well. So whoever made that livery appears to have made it in this game as well, and it's one of my favourites, and I've picked it out. Now the car itself, so the BMW 1M from 2011, is a very solid car in this class. I'll give you the tuner in the description below if you want to get this tune as well. The things I noticed about it, in a similar way to the Alfa Romeo I drove in a recent video as well, is that it's very good on the power on the exit of the turns. You can put the throttle down, it gives you that confidence basically to put the throttle down early, and then you can get out of the corner with good acceleration. So the car itself, a very well-rounded car to drive, as usually the BMWs are in this game. The BMWs seem to be very well-rounded. They have very good brakes, very good acceleration and stability. They just have that great all-roundedness, which not many other manufacturers do. So we move on to lap number 3 here, crossing the line in 3rd place. We've got a couple of guys ahead, just two people ahead of us, coming through Cop's corner, not losing control at all. So as I say, the car is very easy to control, and it's one I would recommend for this class after only driving it a couple of times but having quite a decent amount of success in the car. And coming out of this turn, you get on the throttle very early through that turn. This guy's going to go defensive, so I'm going to move to the right hand side. He has covered the inside, but I do have the run here. The car does have very good straight line speed as well, and into the left hander. On the brakes, just in time to get for a late apex there, which helps you into this turn. Now this corner is about patience basically. You have to wait before you see that apex, and maybe I was a little too late on the throttle there. I could have gone even earlier than that, but we are away just in time. And the guy ahead, I am ever so slightly gaining on him over the course of these last few laps, so he's going to be very close between the two of us. A slight lock up into turn 1. Again, look at that, hooking up with the apex perfectly. This car is so stable, and it really does give you that confidence to drive as flat out as you can basically. And on the brakes, again, really catching up. So all the B's here. The BMW is very brilliant, including the brakes. The brakes are very good on this car. Now I can get the slipstream coming out of the middle straight here. Might as well make the most of the slipstream available, and then pull up to the inside. Once you're in this position, don't outbrake yourself. Get yourself on those brakes just in time. The other guy actually has very good brakes as well, so he's going to have the inside for this one. I'm going to fight him around the outside and look for a cutback, which isn't forthcoming, so I'm going to have to settle for second at this moment. But we do have one more lap left to try and get past this guy, so we're going to go for a cutback on the main straight. There it is, the Lancia 37 there, not quite having the capability down the straight. It is typically a very good handling car, that, and he just taps me wide there through the first turn. And this is going to make the race very interesting now, because this guy is going to come through into second in the Mercury Cougar. So the Lancia is going to drop down into 3rd. Now I've got my work cut out here to try and keep this guy behind, because his car had very good straight line speed. But let's see exactly how that pans out on this middle straight. He's going to get my slipstream now. I'm just going to keep checking behind just to make sure he isn't going to go for a move. and at this stage he doesn't go for one, so I'm going to stay on the normal racing line as we go in for a late apex once again. This turn is very hard to go up the inside, and so I'm just going to cover the inside there so you really can't go anywhere. I'm going to hug the apex, wait for that acceleration point as we see the curb on the exit, and I'm away, and it's going to be a victory in the BMW. A very good car for this class, would highly recommend it. And that was actually a decent race. A little bit of contact on lap 1, a little bit of contact on lap 5, but on the whole Cunt Squad don't seem to be out in force today. So we're going to move on to Road America. Perhaps Cunt Squad will show their faces in this one, we shall see. Okay, so off the line, not the best launch, perhaps a weakness of the car. I'm going to try and keep the best line I possibly can through there. It was tough, and I'm sorry to that roadster on the outside there who got forced out wide. I tried my best to keep the inside or the central line, but it just about didn't work out. And into the first big turn on the circuit, the NZXT has driven straight off the track, forgotten how to brake, and I'm through into third. Podium position, chasing down two Lancia 37s here, around what is mostly, well, it's actually a hard circuit to define exactly because, well, I'm just going to get nudged wide by the Renault there, going down into fourth. Now this corner here, really tough to get right. He's just going to go straight off onto the grass. I'm going to get my third position back, thank you very much. So as I was saying, it's a very hard track to define exactly what tune you need, because there's lots of corners, but at the same time there are lots of medium to long straights where you do also need some sort of acceleration. So moving forward to midway part of lap number 2, these two Lancias are having it off with each other, and I get so excited I go across the grass, and I'm going to overtake this guy into second, and then into this corner. I still don't know to this day whether you should take those bumps or not. I think it's quicker, but I don't think it's clean, so I don't think you're meant to take those bumps. It's kind of annoying that they put them there. But coming through this turn, we are right on the tail of the Spanish number 1 in the Lancia. As you can see, the acceleration of the BMW really putting me on the back of him as we go into each turn. I'm going to be brave and look up the inside, but not quite go for it this time. The brakes not quite up to the standards of the Lancia. The Lancia 37, I remember this car in Forza 4, how it used to dominate on the Bernese Alps. This car has quite amazing handling. As you can see, it does pull away on the exit of the turn there, but that kind of shows you how good this car is, the BMW, to keep up. And on the exit, after saying that he has good handling, he actually drives straight off the track just to prove me wrong. And now I'm going to drive straight off the track just to prove myself wrong again. And I'm going to get past here, am I, by the Lancia? But no, not quite. The Lancia almost getting the run on me, but the BMW just recovering in time to stay ahead into the right-hander, the dogleg right. Just about stay ahead. I can see his proximity arrow, so I do have to give him space. I can see him there. Move across at the last moment once I have moved ahead and into this tricky right-hander. It opens up a lot on the exit. It's a very wide part of the track here, so you can get on the throttle a lot earlier than you think around there. And through over the bumps, I'm just going to get nudged. I kept the throttle in a little bit longer than I should have done really, but just recovering in time. The guy here actually pulls over to the side. I think he knew that he made a mistake, so he's going to let me go back past. But that unfortunately kind of ruined the race, because from there on in I was not able really to catch up with first place. He was gone by quite a long way. So then moving on to the end of lap number 4, I kind of caught up with this guy who was in second, who moved through into second, profiting from our collision earlier in the race. But then looking into the last couple of turns here, it was going to get very close. On the brakes, again, the car has very good brakes, so closing up quite a lot of ground there. Into the carousel, can I get anything done here? It's a very hard turn to overtake on. You kind of just prepare yourself for the exit and hope for the best. He's actually driven very wide on the exit there, and I'm going to have a opportunity to get past, and I am going to go past into second, just about giving him enough room on the outside and come through back to second. So a good recovery there after being nudged. Oh my god, he's just going to get smashed into the wall and flip over about 8,000 times. So he got obliterated by the AI after the race. But that was a good recovery back into second, where I originally was before getting tapped around. So not a bad race in the end. So the BMW here, one that I'd very much recommend for you to drive. I'll put the tune in the description. if you would like to get your hands on it. So of course this is a B class car. I'd imagine it'd be very good in A class as well, but that is yet to be confirmed. So some bonus clips for you today, or just one. Let's go to Monza Short Circuit in the Mitsubishi GTO. Now into the first turn. Are we going to have our usual carnage? It seems fairly okay. Actually no, we've got a couple of guys round. Bit of contact. It's not too bad. Actually no one's gone round completely. At least ahead of us. Probably everyone behind us has gone round, but we can't see that at the moment. Then on the exit here, we're going to get a decent run. Get past this guy in this, was it the Renault Alpine? Maybe I've actually got a car right. I don't even know. Please confirm. This guy is going to come flying past in the BMW. Probably got that one wrong. I should just stop naming cars because I just have no idea. And then into the final turn, Ascari. No, not Ascari. Parabolica. Got it right the second time of asking. And then up the main straight. Here we go. In 6th position. I just find myself in 6th position all the time. I think this game really wants me to say it. Just to troll everyone on this YouTube video. I'm going to get passed by this guy once again. Look at the speed on that thing. And I go flying up the inside. I've got the better brakes than him. And I've got the position. A bit of contact. And then the two guys ahead make contact as well. And I'm through. I think he was driving a BMW 1M as well, which I was driving in the previous video, in the previous clip. And then into the first turn, lap 3. He's going to go for lunge of the century. And he's into the wall. Unlucky, mate. Well, that is the end of the bonus clip. I hope you have enjoyed this video, guys. Subscribe if you'd like to see more like this. Hit that like button as always. And I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.